Information. That's probably not gonna work. Alright, and so, as this world is further compromised, away from its ability to truly properly use its own fucking brain properly, of all things. Now we have, I just saw this thing on YouTube. It was this politician talking about how there is like an oppression against us being able to have follow up on our rights. That there's like a war against our rights. And everyone who saw the video, everyone who saw that little clip was like, "Oh yeah, she's definitely the evil one doing it cuz I can't interpret this properly." So when she says there's a war going on, basically, I forget how she phrased it, but she basically just said that there's a war going on against our rights. That they all took that to mean that that was her admitting that she's committing a war against our fucking rights. Like, how stupid could you possibly fucking be, dude? How stupid could you possibly fucking be? And now that woman is now like the enemy to how many people in the population? Because one person misread what the fuck she was saying. Now everyone does, because apparently only one person's allowed to interpret for all of us, because all the rest of us are too fucking brain dead to be able to consider such a thing. It's the exact reality of it. Just as that politician was pointing out, the exact reality of the matter of the fact of the situation. And the whole population's just like, oh, she's the one doing all the killing then. Oh, wait. Like, oh, yeah, now someone who's clearly a good person is now the enemy to how many people in the fucking goddamn population? I'm certainly not surprised. I've become the enemy to my entire town because I'm a good person. My definition of good, my definition of love, it's different than yours. I don't help you guys feel fuzzy and good inside. I help you guys fix your fucking lives by spreading the truth to you. Give you the truth to have you do what you will with it. Fucking juice, nigga. Nothing good can happen when the entire population has gone brain dead, is my point. Nothing good can happen. So even if something, politicians standing up against it, risking their fucking life, speaking against such things, and she all turns into your enemy because you're unable to interpret it properly. Well, fuck living. That thing's got millions of views, and it got pushed to everyone's fucking cell phones. Whenever they pulled up YouTube, it got pushed right to them. Watch this. We got the whole world, we got the whole country almost already to be convinced that this politician's the evil one, when she's the one who's talking about a war going on against our fucking rights. A war going on against our fucking rights. There's a war going on against our rights. And the entire population who saw that clip apparently thought that that was her admitting her own evil agenda. Which, of course, no person in the history of evil agendas has ever openly admitted it like that. Oh, now I'm awake. Oh, now you're awake because now you're so brain dead you didn't realize you completely misinterpreted something? Wow. New definitions of everything being coming out all the time. Woke, safety. Yeah, safety is definitely self-destruction and destruction for all. Oh, and guaranteed. Being awoke is making an enemy out of the only good people left on the planet, right? That's woke. Let me prove it to you guys. The sun has never fucking been this hot nor bright. But nobody noticed, nobody batted a fucking eyelash about it besides me the entire fucking time. I'm squinting. I'm not looking at the sun. I'm just in the general direction. I'm squinting for the last 2 years. That's never how it was. It's not how it was ever in my entire fucking life. Not even in Florida. I can't even like look over here without squinting. The sun's over fucking there. I can't even like look over there. I'm fucking still squinting. There's too much light reflecting. Anyone ever watched The Core? The movie The Core? People are so stupid. You're so fucking useless. Not you, if the one person who might be watching is watching. Not you. The population, man. You still got a brain? You still got a brain, you are the resistance. You still got a brain, you are the resistance. Stupid fucking things. Oh, these fucking people, man. It's so stupid. Everything is so stupid. Hey, let's close nature at the beginning of the coronavirus. For what? Oh, to make sure that the population doesn't spread itself out to justify the mask mandate. Hey, let's have everyone line up outside grocery stores to avoid being too close to one another, or whatever the fuck that bullshit ever fucking was. Line up outside the store. In other words, line up for contagions. Longer commute times definitely helping. Everything was wrong. This is hell. This is a fucking nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare because this society was fucking hijacked. Literally hijacked. Stolen. The society, the reins were fucking stolen. Whoever had the reins was killed or threatened. Probably just killed. And a clone was put in his place, and the real master, the real controller, just some fucking pedophile rich freak bag. We're so proud to be an American. What are you proud of, America? You proud of worldwide genocide? You proud of literally fucking up the entire planet? On so many fucking levels. Psychologically, paradigmatically, lifedly, life in life. You know, they rob the whole outlook of our lives, and then you gotta attack all the innards. And then literally also physically attack all of our innards. Like, that's a serious fucking loser complex. Yeah, I give up. Got no dignity, no pride. So I'm just gonna fuck everyone up, and eventually I'll get laid by one of them. But since I got like $1 billion fucking dollars also, how are they gonna be able to resist $10,000 when they're in such struggle with their lives? 10,000 would buy them so much freedom to really get off their webcam strip shows and really soar in that career. The only career option women seem to have nowadays in America, rather side gig from their fucking slave position where they're not making enough. Of course they're not making enough. Pedophiles control this society, so they're gonna make it so that it's too hard for us to live in our own place by ourselves. So we're gonna be looking for a rich pedophile. Oh, you like to feel safe. Oh yeah, well just stay asleep while I'm fucking giving you the drugs in your sleep. A great old world we live in. Where good people become the enemy of the population. Where the good people are told to stop oppressing us, man. You're oppressing us. You're pointing out all our flaws. What about your flaws, man? Fuck yourself. I'm not saying I'm perfect, shining fucking role model. I just know what is true, what is right, and what is going on. And I'm addressing such things, unlike your weak ass. Okay? So you see, the weak will be with the weak. And the strong will be with the strong, because that's just the only way things can be. Weak, oh, small talk, oh, let's live life out together and run away and have fun and make love all day long. Blah, fucking blah. The strong people, they'll be, the way they talk, it's only the completion of objectives that are in their mind. It's only mission and purpose that's flowing out. And then eventually they're gonna be getting it on like fucking wild animals. But that's just gonna be happening when it happens. It doesn't happen all the time like you guys ruining your fucking, your sacral realms, your fucking spinal fluids, your pineal oils, your Christos, your 33 vertebrae. You gotta keep that shit fucking flexible. You gotta keep that shit loose. But that gray, hollow fucking job that you hold, that gray, hollow job that you hold, certainly ain't helping. In that little cubicle, you can't move, you can't be free, you can't speak your mind. Voice chakra also becoming all clogged and blocked up, making you sound like a bitch whenever you come back. Modern parents, I have a question for all modern parents. Do you really think there's no other option at this point? You really think there's no other option than selling your kids to the same soul-selling fucking slave factory that you went through to make your fantastic life? And be all strong so that you never show any sign that you fucking hated every fucking piece of earning that home and spending your entire fucking 80 years of your life paying off, learning how to pay off a home, and then paying off a home your entire fucking life. The first 20 years of our lives is literally spent learning how to pay off a home in some way. Get a job, and you'll be able to pay off your home. And then you spend the rest of our lives paying off a fucking home, when in the first place, all we ever fucking had to do was build a fucking home, and then we're done. And that only takes, what, like a few months, like half a year maybe? and then the rest of our lives were free. But then, of course, the first thing that would come to an assimilated American's mind is, oh, it would just get boring not having a slave position all the time, so that when I'm on vacation, I can pretend to not be a great old fucking big old tourist everywhere I fucking go. Now that I no longer know how to live, now that slavery is more than just a physical activity, it's psychological oppression at maximum. Spent our whole life learning how to pay off a home and paying off a home. When, if we just had a year or two of construction education, which should basically be all our education is, besides how to grow food and spiritual stuff. You could be free our entire fucking lives instead of living the same old shitty slave lifestyle that you're just going to be regretting having lived out on your deathbeds while you're trying to tell your kids, oh, just do what makes you happy. Just do the things that you really love. And they're not going to be able to interpret that properly because the way you've taught them, the way that they've been taught their entire lives as allowed by your compromisation. To be in the spot that you're in, to have them start off from that spot where, you know, they already look at you guys and they're like, I don't want to become that. I don't want to become what my parent is. I'm gonna live my life to not become what my parent is. And that's, of course, a result of a horrible exemplification of how a life should be lived out. You don't tell your child what to do. You be what you want your child to be. You don't tell your child what to do. You be what you want your child to be. And of course, if you hate what you are, being the slave that you are, shouldn't your child despise that route? Shouldn't your child be like, fuck that, I'm gonna find something different? Amidst the infinite options they see that they have and that they're still in contact and touch with, the infinite options we all have. It just don't make sense, man. Feel the need to retouch on this. The freaking brain dead population making an enemy out of good people. Out of a politician who just says that there's a war going on against our fucking rights, which is the most bold, badass, awesome thing a politician can do nowadays. And the entire population interprets it as her openly admitting her doing in such things when that's not at all what she's saying. She's saying there's a war against our fucking rights going on. Oh, she's the evil one, huh? I knew it. All these women nowadays always seeking any opportunity they can to remove our rights. It's the women who want less rights and attacking of rights, right? Not men who literally are the patriarchy. No. We're all completely brain dead, fucking lab ratted the fuck out, interpreted-less fucking bastards. We need someone, one person, we need someone to translate this for us because we have no idea what the fuck we hear until someone translates it for us. What? How do you even know what that person means? If interpretation doesn't happen in the first place, how does it happen in the second place? That's what I want to know. What does this mean? Oh, dude, everyone's so fucking stupid, it's hell. I mean, what do you want from me? It's hell. Oh, cricket, cricket. Practicing Bill Hicks's cricket sound. I gotta work on that. How does he do that? How the fuck does he do that? This is gonna be a shorter video than normal. That's for sure. This is, I could just keep repeating myself, hoping that, of course, everyone's just only watching for like a minute or two, so that everyone comes by to watch the next segment, gets to hear the next segment of me saying the exact same thing I've been saying. Just a little bit different. A little bit different hue every time, because the now is only now. It's not now back then, it's not now later. Now, little one. Bing! Oh. Alright, man. Yeah. Obviously, there's been a serious war going on against our rights. So, the two possible reactions that everyone was so crazy about in that little clip of a video of a woman saying there's a war going on against our rights. The two possible reactions that I know America is capable of are, oh, she's the evil one. I'm awake now. Or two, what was it? Gosh darn it, I can't remember. But it was something else stupid, okay? It was something else stupid. So I can't fucking remember it. I gotta, put myself into the stupid mind, so how would a stupid person, how would a fucking American perceive this? What is the stupidest possible way to perceive this? I'll say it for you, so that you don't have to. I'll predict that you're going to say it. I feel like I'm talking to my fucking brother right now. No offense, but kind of. Stupid ass motherfucker. Anyways. He never gave me another reason to, besides the fact that he was quite funny in some ways. quite ingeniously funny in some ways. In every other way, he was just a fucking idiot. But anyways. Certainly, my opinion, post-natural psychedelic, and he never got into the true natural psychedelic. Kept telling him to. I'm like, dude, take this stuff. It's exactly what you need. It's gonna help you. It's gonna help this situation, primarily. And, you're really behind. Because I've been doing this for the last 2 years. And what have you been doing the last 2 years? You've been, like, going to Hawaii, being, just having peace, making music, being freer. But, never actually doing any work in the internal, making any true sacrifices. Making any true changes so as to become a greater person. Bro, I got the keys, man. I got the keys. Found the key, found the treasure chests. So many treasure chests. Opened them all. Received those fucking Zelda Link upgrades. Hey. And has just been fucking blessed since. I mean, the thing about mushrooms. The thing about mushrooms is they're a very dangerous, very risky thing. Very risky, dangerous thing. But that doesn't mean that they should not be done. They're risky and dangerous, but that don't mean they shouldn't be done. It means they should be done. You just got to be careful in your procedure of doing them. Because they will, guarantee you, they will benefit you if you do them right. Alone, in nature, 4 or 5 grams. The idea there, with the amount that you take, is that you should take all of it. If you have only like 5 or 6 grams, you should take all of it. So that you don't have to do it, so that you don't have more afterwards to like convince yourself that you should do it again. What you want to do is have that ultimate experience and be transformed utterly by it. And take that transformation, which is the ultimate thing about any of these experiences, and the freedom that you find in that, and let it shine through you for potentially the rest of your life, if not just the next couple years until your next religious, sacred trip. So that stuff is so mind-blowingly sacred, religious. You're discovering so much about yourself, what you are, what your temple looks like, how big it is, if you have wings or not, just things that can really transform your life in like really cool ways. It's not like so much enough proof that it's like undeniably occurs to you now, where you, as if you just seen God and now your only option is to turn to dust or become a preacher or something. It leaves things at this distant enough level where it's all almost like chaos, but instead it's totally translatable to you in the moment as a beautiful, empowering thing. And honestly, given the amount of worldwide, at least population-wide, consciousness degradation, consciousness attacks, it's consciousness warfare. Basically, with such a brain-dead population, mushrooms would be a massive aid. They can literally very effectively help you reform and reactivate your brain, literally. And not like reform necessarily in a different way, just that it's like active again. Your brain goes brain dead, you can make it active again with mushrooms. You just gotta do them right. Don't do them in society. Don't do them around other people. The thing you're supposed to be learning with them is how fucked up society is. You're not gonna be able to do that. Well, you can do that, certainly. In society, it's just gonna be a horrible, negatively afflicting trip, because mainly the main reason you took it in society is because of your assimilation in the first place. You're supposed to be finding yourselves on the edge of society with a mushroom in your, at your feet. If the mushroom's at your feet, you should be at the edge of society. I finally recognize how horrible and stupid and fucked up and fucking just pussball hubris, cancer, middle of nowhere, fucking nowhere's land that Satan's ass crack central that this world is, this reality, this society on this planet. The planet was beautiful. The planet is beautiful. The journey across America, the landscape was everything about it to me. Because the landscape was made by God, and God is very blessed and very powerful and very awesome. But mankind is horrible. And it truly all spawns in a lack of trust in God. That is the main vein. When Adam did this or that, Adam and Eve, it was trust that was first broken. That wisdom came from a friend of mine in town. That was not generated by me, wisdom. That was... It's quite rare that I actually take material like that. Someone else's material, say it myself. So, yeah, it wasn't me who came up with that wisdom. Good old Christian friend in town. This dude's been saving me, helping me out. Fucking basically saved my life in a in life sense. As in, like, I would have gone crazy, maybe gone to prison. Yesterday, or like 2 days ago, all my shit got stolen, and I just freaked the fuck out. I've been trying to get another job, and fucking, I've had to get all my IDs, and just before I'm like done, that license gets stolen, or my ID gets stolen. So, just tally on another few weeks of suffering, and then we'll be done whenever, who knows. Probably just get fired again before earning enough to get into a house. Any home. And just going and fucking myself for the next while again. But see, I trust God this time. I know that it will work, and I know that's exactly also why I was sabotaged like that. Demons don't want me. Satan does not want me to stop suffering. He does not want me off the fucking streets. That's why I'm not famous fucking right now. It's because Hades himself, man, created the coronavirus. I was just about to take off in a literal career of stand-up comedy and music. But the coronavirus happened right when all my gears were shifted into it. And I fucking knew that I could make it. I knew that I was... And that's not something that my personage is able to afford ever. Like, I never believe in myself like that. I always think that I'm the problem in the first place, and then everyone tells me that you never think you're the problem and shit like that, and I'm just like, you don't understand, man. I blame myself for everything. I never think I'm the person. Gosh. But when I finally do believe in myself, you better believe that that shit is real. I wouldn't be able to talk like this if it wasn't real. Come on. Can't make this shit up, folks. God, life, dude. One thing that I definitely have to praise God for in the process, you know, there were a few reasons. Certainly one reason in God's favor as to why it happened, or in like that I can respect God still after it all happening. And it's that I now know that no matter my status, like status decides so much in an American woman's eyes nowadays. Certainly now that there's such a bunch of fucking lab rats and brain-dead fucking experiments by pedophiles. But I certainly now know that it's not my status that will have someone liking me if anyone likes me after I become famous. And I know for a fact that that's something that a lot of famous people are burdened and cursed with, that they never know if someone's around just for their fame or not. But I know now that if someone's around me and someone likes me, it's not just because of my fame, though that's certainly going to be a nice boost that I've needed my whole life so that they can take me seriously enough to consider my words with that much depth, that my words are respected with the depth that they came through with. Give my head a break. Fucking roll this shit. Give me a break here. Sip of water time. Think about all I've spoken. That's a cool new topic. All it takes to become the person you wish you were already is trying. Using your voice is like sailing over a cliff with wings. And if you want to become a singer, you want to, be able to sing in front of other people and do well in singing. All it takes is the experiences, multiple, of trying in the past, of sailing over that cliff, of using your voice passionately. Another cool thing is don't aim for right notes. Just feel like singing. Yeah. You just have to have had put in work in your past, and then basically you can just whip out those skills that you have now whenever you want. It's like the whole time you're trying, you're building a tool to put on your tool belt, and then you can just whip out that tool whenever you want. Experience and try it. And then the context of the moments that you did try is also important. So if you only ever really try while you're in your house, freaking like soundproof wall house and shit, and whenever you're in front of people, you're not going to be able to sing. So you have to have tried in the context of being around other people, in order for you to be able to do musical performances in front of other people. You have to talk to yourself out loud, like I do on a phone camera. For these live streams, I myself just, before I was doing live streams or YouTube videos, really, I would just talk in the streets, spread my truth to the 2-3 people passing around. It's, I don't feel like I necessarily deserve more of an audience than that, and it's not necessarily even like a greater audience would actually necessarily have more of an impact upon the planet, because if you think about it, you got a whole audience of 15,000 people. Those people are going to be more like with each other than they're going to be with you. And if anything, they're also way more likely to idolize that what you are doing. And idolization is the opposite of understanding. I remember I was at a Dave Matthews concert once, and I swear to God, Dave Matthews pointed right at me. My friend looked right at me when he did it, because it seemed like he was pointing right at me. I was in we were in the freaking way back up top in the middle. I guarantee he pointed right at us. The crowd must have been swerving around us, and the freaking just when we were the center of whatever that iris thing was. And what did it bring up? Yeah, well, not trying to brag, but seemed like that was Dave Matthews saying, this concert is for you, because there's something about you where you're literally which is just too trippy. I probably shouldn't even be talking about this. Ah, fuck it, man. People need to hear the truth. I think it's time, Father. Blasphemy. Nah, niggas, I'm not Jesus. I'm just a good friend of Jesus's. Me and Jesus, we go way back. I ain't Jesus. But yeah, man, the one person in the crowd. If you only have a few people around, or even just one person, whatever you say, whatever you do around them is going to be that much more meaningful. It's going to be way more meaningful. Because, say you're playing music off of your phone, and only one person passes by in the last 2 hours. Well, obviously, you're basically the only person that they've seen also. And you're just out there in the middle of nowhere with no one around, playing music in case anyone came by, and also for yourself. And that's just severely motivating to see, So it's that much more meaningful. And more. That much more meaningful and more. In more ways and in more ways. Trust me, it all makes sense. Just figure it out. You don't have to, though. I know, it's hard to use your brains nowadays now that everyone's fucking brain dead. Everyone telling me to stop smoking. They're throwing diapers on their faces for 3 years straight. I'll stop smoking when y'all stop putting diapers on your fucking faces. This shit's helping me de-tense from all that. I'd be real tense if I wasn't smoking. No, I don't want you to go brain dead. I don't want you to go brain dead. Okay? Am I coming through clear? Does everyone have ears right now? I don't want you to go brain dead. Okay? So stop doing that. Stop putting that diaper on your fucking face. Stop getting those fucking infinite vaccinations. Oh, time for the next vaccination, guys. I was like a fucking chicken or a rooster. Crazy rooster crowing midnight. Miles of lightning roll along. Old men sing about their dreams. Women laugh and children scream. And the band keeps playing on. My time coming. Don't worry about me now. Been so long I felt this way. I ain't no hurt. Face getting gray from the ash. Face getting gray from the ash, but I'm laughing. That's the trace of me, nigga. Fuck out my face while I'm thinking. I got some recommendations though. Listen to Earl Sweatshirt, the rapper. Got so many good albums. I was just about to name some, but just listen to all his albums besides Clay or Feet of Clay or whatever the fuck. And watch the anime Bleach. Watch the anime Bleach before you die as soon as possible. I phrased that so weird. Just watch it as soon as possible because God, it's gonna help you big time, big time, to the point where maybe you were programmed to die, and maybe you won't die then, and you will be able to carry out a mission and shit. See, our curses are in our DNA as much as our presence. It's not half nature, half nurture. It's mostly nurture, though. The child is birthed as a star, a sun. And it is only the way that the parents and the people around them behave that will detract them from their ability to manifest capability-wise. Work on their capabilities and strengthen their freaking things that they care about. They are a star, and it is only the curses now currently manifest in the father or the mother, truly, mostly, that will afflict this child into becoming that which is also your parental affliction. Don't be so inhuman with them. Be as real as you fucking possibly can. Don't treat them like your fucking dog. They're a human fucking baby. The thing about that is, shit, we shouldn't treat our dogs any different than we treat babies. We shouldn't. It should be that we treat dogs properly, and we also treat babies properly. But instead, we treat dogs so horribly and disallow their freedoms anytime they start using their voice. Like, shut up! Shut up! Stop it! Shut up! Shut up! Stop it! Hey! Hey! Do you realize you're embarrassing me? You're embarrassing yourself, you fucking psychopath. God dang. You go sit in your fucking cubicle. That dog who howls, let him fucking howl. Oh, you're not allowed to have freedom. This separates us from the animals. We got rules. That rules spawned out of fucking Satan's ass crack and your own, but that's an exact Jared lookalike. So weird. Is Jared on the stream? My boy Jared out there giving me another shot. But I don't know what you've been missing out on. All of it, motherfuckers. Something modern mankind seems to be confused about is that Jesus is the definition of strength. Is it strong to attack someone who's wronged you? Or is it strong to resist such urges and do something totally anomalous about it? New key of 2020 to 2022 is be spontaneous, motherfuckers. It's hard to be creative. It's tiring. But you'll get used to it. You'll get used to being creative, and then you'll learn to appreciate it. You spit in your ear like Jesus, clean that shit out, make you hear again. And then, all these black people crucified and shit. Like, you realize you're honoring that person, right? You realize you're like sending him to a higher level in heaven, right? You realize you're blessing him, right? To die like Jesus for standing out against the system, like most rappers and shit. Black people, bro. African Americans. Proper terminology, shit. My niggas, my brothers from another mother. You are the ultimate key to unlocking utopia. Because the creativity that flows out of you guys, the presence, the foundational knowledge of like general respect for one another, the fact that you guys are so chill, you're like, you know, whatever gets you through it at night type mindset. You know, everyone else is like, oh, be your own boss, doing it right, shit, and all that fucking talk. So you guys, you know, you're just like, shit, whatever gets you through it at night, man. And that's the actual everything. That's what it should be. That's how it should be. That's how everyone should think. Whatever gets you through it at night, man. Yeah. I mean, beyond like helping each other, that's just obvious. I mean, we get to help who we want to help. You're building a roller coaster? Shit, I want to help with that. Let's get this shit going. I want this shit done as soon as possible so I can ride that roller coaster. It's a good idea, man. Let's do this together. Utopia. When good ideas motivate action. Utopia. When good ideas motivate action, not money. Utopia. When good ideas motivate action, not money. Utopia. When good ideas motivate action. Oh. I could keep going. I don't want to, though. It needs to be done, though. Utopia, when good ideas motivate action. Cut. Did you forget your lines? Back to the top. God, this guy. God, this director. What, has he ever made a good movie? Have any of his fucking characters in any of the movies he's ever made come out with gleaming performances? No. He's a piece of shit, man. I want to scream it again. It feels good, man. See, that's the thing. You want to scream really loud? Do it because you have a good idea you want to translate, you want to transfer that good idea to the world. You can scream it as loud as you can because that's purpose. That's real purpose. And that will motivate the action. See, motivation is not just it shouldn't be material. It should be like, finally, I get to release my freedoms that I've been, you know, singing and screaming to be free in the moment. I always, you know, I remember when I was traveling America, I wanted to like get to a place where I could just scream freedom as loud as I could. But for some reason, it's quite clear to me in a few ways I couldn't. I never could. Until, of course, eventually I could. But you know, there's a couple things in there You know, just screaming freedom. It's not that purpose filled. It's a nice release, but it's not that purpose filled. I shouldn't really say that. It's not like it's not purpose filled. There is quite purpose in that, but it wasn't purpose filled enough for me to be able to do it amidst my psychological oppression as it currently stood at the time. And that was the other thing, the psychological oppression. That was part 2. But of course, like you just saw, I can scream Utopia. What was it? Whatever I said. Utopia, where good ideas motivate action. I can scream that real easy because that is such good influence upon the world. It has in itself the fucking answers. You know? It's got the answers. It begs me to scream it. It's begging me to scream it right now. I'm just holding it back. There's a time and a place. What way will affect the world right now in a greater direction? It would be the next answer. Not the same answer, but the next answer. As the cosmos unfold. God bless you. God is awesome. I recommend getting God on your side as soon as possible. There are a lot of sacrifices that you need to make. And the way that you will... Even Christians out there, you don't understand truly how I mean this until you watch the anime Bleach. This is why I tell everyone to watch the anime Bleach and get to at least episode 40 something, at least, and then you know, you choose from there. And you know, for the really impatient ones, at least episode 20. You should find from there. You want to keep watching it, because the things you'll be finding, the answers you'll be finding the whole way, will absolutely empower you to the point where you're able to handle the flame of God. It's just a lack of understanding of how God actually exists in our lives, and truly what he wants of us. He wants us to fucking be the badass who overcame the challenges that approached us. He wants us to shine like that. Which is why all these very challenging things approach us in this reality. And you gotta detach like that. Don't think it from the innards, like all these evil men with all their evil intentions and all that fucking bullshit. Think of it as just challenges approaching your dream world. With God, like, not to the point of becoming like psychopathic and that you would never question yourself ever again in what you do, because now since it's your dream world, there's no need to care for any other being and shit like that. Your dream world, with God also still existing, you're still proving to him what you would do. A light today, motherfuckers. Fucking, empowered, yo. You managed to get God on your side, yo. Nothing can stop you. Nothing. You may think it will. You may think it can. But it won't. All the way to being imprisoned, yo. Still able to serve your purpose there. Just as you're able to serve purpose, self-regenerating in the peace that you would find alone in nature. Through that self-regeneration, you can come back to the world with much greater presence, much greater purpose. Less self-doubt. More of an intrinsic flowing with reality. So you're just downloading the patterns of nature. Nature ain't no fucking video game, folks. It wasn't made by another man. It's a collection of realities all melded into one seamless, non-silent smorgasbord of how do I put this? Freaking smorgasbord of different vibrations that are each flowing as a wave in the ocean. Each flowing such that there is never a mistake. There's never a mistake. But we humans have created mistakes. So we lose touch with our proper psychology. We start doing things in a way that shouldn't have occurred, really. Sort of like that. Pretty good at making examples. Don't let that shit stop you. Your momentum, keep it afloat. Keep it in momentum. Square that momentum. I wish that fully made sense. Square that shit. Well, that's kind of a cool little thing. Don't let momentum stoppers, the speed bumps, instead of letting them stop your momentum, have them increase your momentum. It's the type of empowerment you'll find if you're literally just watching the anime Bleach. Get away! Get the fuck away! Bro. Get the fuck out of here. Reminds me of Vegeta cracking an egg, though. He couldn't crack an egg because he was too strong. It's literally happened to me sometimes. I couldn't even like hold a paper in my hands to make a carb out of it. A filter for my joint, my spliff, because my hands are just shaking so much. Get some of that. Interesting. It's more of a physical activity than a cognitive one, I think. Perhaps that's why Goku is so stupid. Obviously not like actually stupid, but like just oblivious in certain ways. Now, first of all, the way that Mr. Satan managed to get the whole world onto his side, that he was the one who saved them, even though that's so obviously what didn't happen on TV in front of all of their eyeballs. Mr. Satan's like, oh, it's just a bunch of tricks, it's just a bunch of magic. I know exactly how they did it. You know, provide some magic show to fucking convince the masses. Hey, this is how it's done. Actually, he wasn't even the one that made that video on the blimp, but you know, it's funny though. So it's like the media itself was resisting saying that Mr. Satan was the one because they knew that he wasn't, but they just like had to go along with it because he already had the whole world. Mr. Satan. Interesting choice of word, choice of name. I think so. Very poignant, exact, spot on little epiphany spawning name. Yeah, probably. It's like Agent Smith. Agent Smith being fucking Satan himself. Comes up in the people you even love to make you curse God out. To make you hate God. Test your faith. To test your faith. It's more meaningful than it may sound. It's more meaningful than it may sound. If you just think of it from a normal person's mindset, you know, God always doing these things that makes me like, that I can't understand until I go to church someday, or gosh, I wish I didn't phrase it like that, because now I can't even fucking think, but that's just like totally out of the ass talk right there, but surely when God is testing your faith, what is going on is a magnification or rather an increase in your faith, so that you could go about your life in a more faithful way, the more of the divine patience required to be ending up deserving something. You know, what is deserved? Obviously, not a single one of us can decide truly for ourselves what we deserve. And that's how we are out of control. We are not in control because we can't control what we deserve truly, in the sense that, you know, if we want something in this material life, be it world peace or a woman, or a man, that, like, you know, freaking, like, well, the patriarchy. Let's start with the patriarchy. Feeding them alcohol, drugging them up, getting their pants. Oh, abortion, abortion. Not an abortion this time. I've done it too many times. Stuck around you now for until a divorce, and then it's onto the rich pedophiles because they can monetarily support you. I'll do it as long as you have a baby with me. Oh, I'd be honored for $1 million. Wait, no. 700 million. Rob that fucker blind and kill him, please. But, anyway. Funny part about censorship, all of this fucking weakling bullshit, this weakling coddling little bullshit fest that's been going on for the last 3 years, so directly for the last 3 years, and certainly ever since Joe Biden signed that executive order to silence, quote unquote, dissenting voices. This is like the scariest thing I've ever fucking heard. Scariest piece of legislation I've ever fucking heard of. It's so damning. What do you mean? Could you be a little bit more specific, Joe Biden? Oh, well, certainly. Well, you see, well, if you don't agree with what I say, you're out. If you don't agree with exactly everything I believe in, you're out. If you even so think to call a pedophile an idiot, you're out. You don't go along with this whole cashless society, get your mark of the beast, cashless so that every transaction can be benefited from by the fuckers who own society. And so that the homeless people would start dying off. Which, of course, the homeless people are, in the end, in total, in ultimatum, homeless people are the exact results, the exact evidence. They are the exact evidence that this world, this society is fucked up. Homeless people are the exact evidence that this society is fucked up. Oh, there's people without homes. Get them out of my sight. Give them a home. Shit, get creative. No, you just gotta kill them off, man. That's all you gotta do. Take a few years, we just gotta be strong. We can't be the direct killers of these people. We gotta make it indirect and subtle as possible. So that we won't have to admit to ourselves what we're doing. That's subtle. And all these fucking single mothers with fucking children suffering more than any of us, really. Of course, their choice, their body, their choice, and that shit. They're suffering more than any of us. And how could you blame them? And how could a man blame a woman? Certainly an American man blame a woman for something like that. Just have to be heartless. Shit. That certainly would have to be the next topic. 5G, please fuck off. You finally stopped advertising. Thank you so much. At least I think. I think I've just actually been now entirely avoidant of advertisements for the last 5 months. Ever since Bleach came off of Tubi TV and Crunchyroll, there's been no more advertisements in my life. They're probably still advertising. But, yeah, 2.5 years of 5G advertisements. You know, I think I'm convinced that 5G should run for president in 2024. Save it, 5G, save. Big, good old bright neon indigo light in the sky. Save me, 5G. I need more melting. I need to melt more, 5G. Cameras, microwaves, I need them. I need me my microwaves. I know at least. I know I feel a little bit of that goodness when I'm standing in front of my microwave. Bro, every single person I've seen ever, I think in my life, using a microwave, they turned it on and stood in front of it until it was done.